let's bring her in.
Yeah.
We've got the new Froggy host in town.
Yes, hello. Thanks
Hi.
for having me.
Paisley
gosh.
Banks is here. Froggy 104.9 and 101.7 morning host. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We're good.
Pretty good.
That's good. Those are
glad
some
that-
funny stories.
I know. We're so glad that
I hope
Scott
so.
made it through.
What about you? Do you have any? Have you been put under and have any crazy things happen?
Yeah, so I had a shoulder surgery about 6 years ago now, and I was talking about horses all the way in because I love horses. And when I came out, I was asking, "Where's Luke Bryan?" And my mom's just sitting over there laughing. I really wish she would have got it on video, but she didn't.
That's funny. So you like horses? You're in a good spot
Yes.
here. Where did you come from?
So I'm originally from Colorado, but I just
Okay.
moved here from Indiana.
Okay.
So not too far of a move, but way far away from home.
Okay. Where in Colorado is?
So north of Denver, the Westminster Thornton area, and then I went to school up in Greeley, which is like on the northern
sure.
tip up there.
There's a really good brewery in Greeley, Colorado. What is it called? Do you remember?
Oh,
No.
it was just
it'll
put in
come
when
up.
I was in
Yeah,
college.
It's a
Oh.
good one.
Yes.
Weldworks, is that in Greeley? Or
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
Anyway, well, welcome to Frankfurt. You've been here for a month.
A month, yeah.
What do you think of it?
Oh, I love it. So I like smaller towns, and it's definitely got that smaller town, big city feel, and everybody is so nice here. So thank you for that. It's nice to be welcomed
good.
and just meet such great people.
We like to hear that because we keep people on their toes. If we'd heard something different, we would have
Right.
had some words with people. Be nice to Paisley. But yeah, we hear that a lot as people, you know, the people of Frankfurt are friendly and giving, and so that's good to hear.
So was there anywhere else? Colorado, Indiana?
Yes, there was
We're
a
at in
lot.
Indiana.
So I was in Marion, which is halfway between Fort Wayne and Indianapolis.
Okay.
But actually, I've kind of been in a lot of places. So I actually got my start in media and TV.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was in
So
news.
you're natural here on the set.
This is actually my comfortable setting,
Okay.
weirdly enough. But yeah, I started in TV in Wyoming, and then I got my first radio job in Iowa. Then I was in Minnesota for a little while, and South Dakota,
Wow.
and Indiana, and now here.
Here's the thing, Scott. When you work in media, you often have to move to
Yeah.
the next place.
You do.
And Paisley is proof.
Yeah.
Yes.
We barely count for as in media, so
Oh,
we've been here for a long
stop
time. What? Give me your market wise of where you've been. Give me your top three, and let's leave Frankfurt out of it, okay? So that
Top
way you don't have feel
three.
pressure to put us in it.
That's tough. Well, I would have to say Indiana was probably my favorite just because
Okay.
the outdoor scene out there was great and my social life outside of work was
Okay.
amazing.
All right.
I wouldn't
South-
have thought of Indiana as like an outdoorsy kind of place. I would think Wyoming, Colorado, maybe, but in central Indiana.
The hiking was great out
Okay.
there. That's what drew me to it. And then South Dakota was my second favorite just because I could do a lot of hunting out there. So I grew up
yeah.
hunting and fishing, and that was
Okay.
huge out there.
Yeah,
and then probably Wyoming.
Yeah. There's like 10 people that live in South Dakota.
Yep, super small. So they had to combine the two towns to get a population because it was so
Wow,
small,
yeah,
and I think
uh-huh.
we were like 5,000, so it was super small.
Okay. So you're on Froggy, you're on 101.7. Do you tell us what are your favorite artists and bands and types of music?
So I'm country music all the
Okay.
way, born and raised. I blame my parents for that. So my mom took me to my first concert when I was 4, and it happened to be Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, right.
So,
Kentucky's
hey, Paisley's
own.
mom.
Yeah.
Yes. And otherwise, I love 90s country is my favorite. I'm a huge Shania fan. I love Garth. Currently, Miranda Lambert, Lainey Wilson are my favorites. Love me some Morgan Wallen. It's just so hard to choose like one.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting that you get to do that on a country station because a lot of people might. I mean, I worked in radio before, and there'd be times when folks would be like, they were hosting an '80s, pop show, and it was like they had no interest in that music at all. They were into, heavy metal or whatever. But it's cool that you get to actually play the music that you like.
I'm so grateful for that. And
Yeah.
to be honest, it makes my job so much easier because I live
Yeah.
the lifestyle and I love the music. So it's not like I'm faking till I
Right.
make it. It's
Right.
like genuine. And yeah, I'm super grateful for that.
So I'm not up to speed on current country music. I like it. It took me decades to get into country, and when I did, it's old outlaw country stuff. But so would you say, I'm going to throw this out there, is Morgan Wallen like the biggest country star in the world right now? Is he like, that's the impression I'm getting from the way people talk about him.
Yeah, I would say he's up there.
Yeah.
He's definitely pushing some boundaries with like other areas of music too. I can definitely see him going a little rock and pop,
Okay,
but right
yeah.
now he's like most known. His concerts are sold out. I was actually talking to a friend the other day that knows his record label, and they said that like his concerts, they're like overselling tickets because they have so many people interested in him.
It's crazy what Kentucky's producing right now in country music, and like the guys that we like, and with Sturgill and Childers.
Chris Stapleton.
Yes.
But yes, with Stapleton is massive, and now Wallen is just, it's crazy. But yeah, so I'm gonna turn it over to you. I'm talking a lot.
Okay, so you said that you had you not done a morning show before?
Never.
This is your first morning show.
This is my first morning show.
We talked to a friend of the show, Dylan Godet, about his schedule. He wakes up, I think he said at like 2:30 in the morning, which seems insane.
It does
But so I'm guessing you don't quite have to do that because you don't have to like put on all your stuff necessarily, right? But you do need. What time does your show start?
So my show starts at 6 a.m.
Okay.
I'm waking up right now about 4:15.
Okay, that's still pretty
4:30.
early. Yeah.
That's pretty early.
Yeah, and my neighbors probably hate me because I'm singing to myself and talking to myself because morning voice is definitely a
gotta
thing.
get it
You gotta get it
going,
warmed
right?
up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
my poor neighbors, I'm sorry, friends.
So what any other adjustments that have been, to get into the, I mean, obviously you got to get yourself ready. What about is the interaction with, do you talk to people? Like, I mean, you don't have calls, do you? Do you take calls?
We're trying to build that.
Okay.
So with me being so new, we're starting with a text line. So we've
Okay.
had a little bit of interaction with the text line, and I'm hoping to build up to calls because I just love talking to people, and I would love to get you involved. And that's my whole goal with this morning show, is to make it a community show that people can really get involved in, and it can be about all of us growing together and creating that relationship together.
Yeah, and you're on before us, so that's okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're not taking.
I'm not going to take it away from you, I promise. I
So
promise.
you go from 6 until 9?
Till
is that right?
10.
6 till 10.
Yep.
Well, perfect. And then you
Yep.
just slip
There you
right
go.
over to
Just
us.
Slip right in.
And it's on Froggy and 1017.
Yes,
The same
sir.
show.
Yep.
Tell us about. Are there any events that we need to know about that Cap City or Froggy are doing?
Well, this weekend we have Bunny Days over in Shelbyville. We'll be there. It's the Easter egg hunt for the little kiddos. I believe the hunt starts at 11, but we'll be doing the tailgate pre-party starting at 9. So hopefully you can come out, say hey. And I heard we have some tickets to give away there too, to Disney on Ice. So you're going to want to come and get those.
Scott.
Disney on Ice? I know a little one who would love to see Minnie Mouse skating
Yeah.
around. She'd
Yeah.
be pretty excited. So you might have to check that out. So I love to talk about where I'm from, and if I was anywhere out of state, I would just hype up Kentucky. So tell us about Colorado real quick. Like if somebody hasn't been, what's like one or two things that they just would have to do?
You have to go to the mountains.
Yeah.
Like, the mountains are beautiful. I love to hike there because there's just so much to see. Other things to do, there's just a lot of outdoors. Like, White River rafting is a lot of fun out there because it's crazy.
Are you a skier?
Okay, shockingly, no.
Okay,
I've never
okay.
skied in my life, but that was because I was an athlete and they would never let us do
Oh,
it
yeah,
because
right.
you'd get
Uh-huh.
hurt. And,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Got 2 Colorado questions for you.
Oh,
How
no.
many 14ers have you done?
I've done 3.
Okay, explain to me what a 14er is.
It's any mountain over 14,000
Okay,
feet
all right,
tall.
okay.
And so, yeah, those are crazy to do. Most of them take about 8 to 10 hours to do round trip.
Okay. Yeah.
I was supposed to do Pikes Peak, which was one of the larger ones, but it snowed that day at the top of the mountain.
Right.
And that's one thing that's weird about Colorado people don't realize.
Right.
Like, at the
The
higher
weather's different.
elevations,
Yeah.
you can get snow, but down at the lower
like
elevations, it can be
warm and
sunny
sunny,
and
right.
warm. So you have to, like, really plan. But yeah, I miss hiking mountains.
None of those around. No 14ers around here. Okay, and then have you seen a concert at Red Rocks?
Yes.
Who was it?
Oh, it was a non-country one. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It was the Spice Girls when I was 6.
Wow.
And then I was supposed to see Zach Brown Band, but I ended up not being able to go because of sports. So, but amazing place to see concerts. Great place to hike. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and people go. It's like I guess it's a state park essentially,
Yeah.
right? Or national state park. So like when there's not a concert, there are people just out hanging out on the, and like people do like exercises on the bleachers, like
Yeah,
running
run the
up
steps
and
and
down
stuff,
Yeah.
It's an amazing place. So I'm so jealous of the people that like that's their like local venue. You know, they get to go to concerts out. So anyway.
Paisley, I hope we see you again soon.
Yeah,
Yes,
don't be a
thank
stranger.
you.
I hope you have a fantastic show and get things. I hope people are calling in and you all just have a great time. But thanks for coming in, and yeah, we hope you'll stop back in again soon.
Yes, thanks for having me, guys. This is awesome.
Absolutely.